and welcome back to my channel. Today on my channel we are going to be doing a wear test and review on the Maybelline Age Rewind Instant Eraser. I got this in the brightener and in the concealer. The brightener I used to use all the time years ago, and the concealer I don't think I've ever tried. If you are new to my channel, every Tuesday I do upload wear test videos testing out new products. And if you have not yet subscribed to my channel, I would love if you click that button down below and followed along here. Now this product is $9.99. You can purchase it at most places, Target, Ulta, any drugstore, and even some grocery stores. It comes in 18 different colors, and that includes the brightener, and they also have one that is called a neutralizer. That one I think is a little bit for darker skin tone because it has a little bit more of a natural concealer look, whereas this one has more of a pink undertone to it. Now this is a full coverage concealer that erases dark circles, fine lines, and helps with puffiness under the eyes. I'll take it. I have all of those. As we age, I've got dark circles, I've got fine lines, and I have puffiness under my eyes. So all of those things I am in. So I do remember using this before and really enjoying it. So I thought, why not give the concealer a try? So we are going to get right into testing this out together. So I have used this brightener for years ago. I haven't used it in quite some time, and I thought I would try out the concealer. I'm going to show you guys how I apply the corrector, and then we're going to move on to the concealer. I will say this was really difficult to open. They had a clear plastic sticker. I had to use like a knife type of thing. It's a letter opener to actually break the seal. So you spin this up. It takes a little bit, if I remember correctly, to get to the first. It's starting to make its way up to the top. There we go. Can you see there's a little bit coming up there? So I'm going to put this, whoo, that's a lot. You don't need quite that much. All right. You can use the sponge that comes with it to work its way in, or you can use your finger. I tend to just put it on and then I use my finger, and I actually take it over my lids too. I really work this in, and then I touch down anywhere I feel like I might need a little bit extra, which for me is further down. This is where I hold my darkness, is right here. And a little bit on the outer corner. I did self-tanner last night because of the foundation that I'm also testing that you guys will see on another day, because I had bought it in summertime. All right, I'm going to do the rest of my makeup and then we will come back and do the concealer. Okay, so I have most of the rest of my face on, minus quite a few things. So we're going to move on. I got this in the color Light Pale, which with the foundation I'm wearing today might not have been my best choice. Same thing, I'm going to have to use this thing to like open it. Why? Like if it's in that type of packaging, why do they then make this so difficult? Like it's like a sticker. Who knows? We're going to give this concealer a try though and see how it goes. We're going to twist this one up again and do a bunch kind of quicker this time. There we go. All right. Might not be too light. Has a little bit more yellow undertone than what I typically go for. Typically go for something that has a little bit more pink undertone to it because I have a lot of pink to my skin. I didn't get a lot up. So I'm just kind of carefully adding more as I need. So we're going to do one side with the sponge. See how that does. That's pretty good, guys. That's pretty good coverage. Let's do the other side with a brush. I don't want it to sit for too long. I will say that the brightener in this I do know dries quickly. So I didn't want the concealer to do that. That's not bad. Add a little bit more where that darkness is that I talked about earlier. I haven't put blush or anything on. This is actually pretty darn good. Looks pretty brightening. We'll look at it outside as well in natural daylight to see how it really does. sometimes you need to do that. So I'm going to set this and we'll come back and talk about it. So all of my makeup is applied now. The concealer looks good. It hasn't settled into any fine lines just while I finish setting my makeup. It looks very bright. I thought it wasn't going to really possibly work with the foundation color I have on right now, but it actually looks very nice, very bright. It does not feel heavy at all. It is a very thin product that dries very quickly, but not dries as in drying and like feeling crepey under the eyes. As we age, that is not what we're looking for. And the fact that the product is thinner doesn't diminish the fact that it has good coverage. It's just a thinner product, which as we age, the great side about that is you don't want a thick, like Shape Tape is a perfect example. People love Shape Tape because it's so thick, so heavy, so emollient. That just sits on me and it just dries down and it looks so cakey. This is more of a product that is made for aging under eyes. So it is very, very thin, but gives a great amount of coverage. So next I am going to show you some swatches of this concealer. I can show you the Brightener, some swatches of the Brightener as well, some different ones that I use, so we can see how that compares. And then I'm going to show it to you out in natural daylight, out in possibly some bright sunlight today. And then we'll do a flash test with a photo to see how it checks out and make sure it doesn't flash back with any weird shadows or anything. And then I will also come back at 5 and 10 hours to see how it held up throughout the day. Okay, let's look at these concealer swatches. So we're starting with the concealer here. This is the Magic Eraser, and this is in the color 120 Light Pale, I think it's called, light something. And then we have this one right here, which is the Makeup Forever in the color 3.1. And then here we have the Dior Forever Skin Correct in the color 3CR. And then we have my LimeLife Concealer in the color number 3. This is the Maybelline Age Rewind Brightener. And then after that, right here, I have the Tarte CC Corrector. Now the CC Corrector I do have in the color light medium. They have another color option. This one here is the Becca, and this is called the Under Eye Brightening Corrector. And then this one here is from the brand Pixie, and it is called the Brightening Peach Corrector. That one is closest to the Tarte, and the Maybelline is closest to the Becca. Taking a look at all of these swatches out in natural daylight, I will say that this color has a little bit more of a yellow undertone to it than the others that I typically gravitate towards. The other ones tend to be a touch darker. It is closest to the LimeLife, but it is definitely not in the same color tone. And then we have the Brightener, which is right here, which is definitely the closest to the Becca version. You can see the two right here. The Becca has a little bit more of a reflective property, whereas the Maybelline one just has a nice flat finish to it. Taking a look at this concealer out in natural daylight, keeping in mind that the sun is falling on that side of the house. I will go outside and show it to you in the sunlight so you can have an idea. We're gonna take a photo and see if we have any flashback. I don't see any flashback to that. However, I'm not sure if the flash went off, but I think it looks very bright. It looks very nice. It doesn't look like it is settling. It doesn't feel dry, but it also doesn't feel like it's too emollient. Sometimes the emollient ones sit on top of the skin as well. So far I'm really liking it. Now let's go look at it outside. Okay, so I just got a cloud covering, surprisingly enough, but this is still gonna show you how this concealer looks in natural sunlight. This is what we look like. I'm really hoping it isn't showing any darkness through, because so far I'm really enjoying this, but with the sunlight, I actually can't really see what this looks like out here. So when I watch back, I'm hoping this looks as good as I'm expecting. 10-hour check-in on the concealer. This is what we're looking like. I think it has held up pretty well. I mean, it has not gotten crepey. It has not settled into fine lines. It has not shown any darkness through it. When I do zoom in, it looks a little bit darker because of the shadows from the lights. I will do that anyway to show you, but I wanted to show you what it looks like at 10 hours. I think it held up very, very well by using the Brightener, the concealer, and then a setting powder. I apologize for the redness in my eyes. My allergies are out of hand right now, but this is what we look like. I mean, you can look a little bit closer and see it hasn't settled into fine lines. It doesn't look crepey. It hasn't caused any lines up under my lash line. Yeah, It's held up well. Considering this is a $10 product from the drugstore, I think this holds up very, very well. Now, do you need the brightener and the concealer? That is all personal preference. I always use both of those things, but if you only use one or the other, you are fine that way as well. Or if you thought you wanted to try using two together, this might be a good combination to try that. But overall, I think it held up very well. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video on the Maybelline Instant Age Rewind Eraser. I am really excited about this, guys. I have not used this in so long, and the brightener, 100% I am in on. Like, I will continue to use this. It is just so good. If you have any questions about anything I talked about here or any questions about the product, please let me know down below. If you are not yet subscribed, I would love if you click that button and followed along here on my channel. And if you have any products that you would like to see me review and do a wear test on, please let me know down below. And as always, guys, thank you so much for watching and sticking with me. Have a great day.